Hi, I'm Guy DiMartino. I'm a Northwest Indiana estate planning and probate lawyer. And today I'd like to answer the question about whether it's better if you're married to have one trust or two. And like most things, it depends. So if you are in a relationship and you're married and you have kids together and it is your first relationship, having a joint trust most of the time will work. Should you get divorced, you'll all have to revoke the trust and then go ahead and do separate trusts or go ahead and do whatever you choose to do at that time. But a joint trust will work under that circumstance most of the time, and it's typically easier. It's easier when you have to purchase property. It's easier when you're putting stuff in the trust. It's easier when you're taking stuff out of the trust. And if you have the proper terms, it's also easier when one of the spouses passes away. The only time that you may have to worry or structure the trust differently is if you're worried about estate and gift tax, which right now we really don't have to worry about because the exemption is so high. On the other hand, if this is a second marriage or this is a third marriage, and there's kids from different relationships, and you want money to go to your children, or you both come into the relationship with a bunch of assets that are individual assets, many times it'll be easier to have two separate trusts. For instance, if you're 60 years old or 70 years old and you're retired and you might be a widow or a widower, and then you go ahead and meet somebody and you want to get married and you have kids and grandkids from your relationship with your deceased husband or wife, and you have homes and you have property and you have retirement accounts, you might want to have a separate trust for you. And then if you want to leave your new spouse something, you can go ahead and do that either through the trust or through a will. But that way you can keep your property separate, and many times it can be a lot cleaner. So, if you're in a relationship and you've been in a long-term relationship and you have kids together and you don't plan on getting divorced, one trust will do just fine. On the other hand, if you come into a relationship with a lot of assets, a lot of separate assets, kids from one or two other marriages, in these situations, you're better off having separate trusts for each individual spouse. If you have any questions about a Northwest Indiana estate planning matter, you can always reach out to me. I am Guy DiMartino. Have yourself a great day.